Hey guys, thank you for checking out the video. Please don't forget to check out the card in the video for my other narrations, as well as the end screen video. Now, sit back, close your eyes, and lose yourself in the story. Enjoy. The Statue by Unknown. A few years ago, a mother and father decided they needed a break, so they wanted to head out for a night on the town. They called their most trusted babysitter. When the babysitter arrived, the two children were already fast asleep in bed, so the babysitter just got to sit around and make sure everything was okay with the children. Later that night, the babysitter got bored and went to watch TV. But she couldn't watch it downstairs because they didn't have cable downstairs. The parents didn't want children watching too much garbage. So she called them and asked them if she could watch cable in the parents' room. Of course, the parents said it was okay, but the babysitter had one final request. She asked if she could cover up the angel statue outside the bedroom window with a blanket or a cloth, because it made her nervous. The phone line was silent for a moment, and the father, who was talking to the babysitter at the time, said, "Take the children and get out of the house. We'll call the police. We don't own an angel statue." The police found both of the children and the babysitter slumped in pools of their own blood within 3 minutes of the call. No statue was found. In the Mirror by Unknown. Normally, you sleep soundly, but the thunderstorm raging outside is stirring you. You begin to doze, then another crash jolts you awake. This cycle lasts most of the night. You lay there, eyes open, looking at your room stretching out before you in oblong shadows. Your gaze moves from nameless object to object until you reach your mirror, sitting adjacent to you across the room. Suddenly, there's a flash of lightning, and the mirror flickers in its light. For a second, it reveals to you dozens of faces, silhouettes within its frame, mouths open and eyes blackened. They stare out at you, their pupils fixed upon your face. Then it's done. Are you sure of what you've seen? Unsettled, you don't sleep for the rest of the evening. The next morning, you remove the mirror from your wall and toss it into the trash. It didn't matter if the vision you had seen was true or false. You wanted to be rid of that mirror. In fact, you scrap every mirror in your house. Weeks pass, and the event of that night falls into passive memory. You're spending the day at a friend's house, and you need to use the bathroom. While you're in there, the faucet starts to run without you touching it. Taken aback by this, you do not yet act, trying to reason with the paranoia in your mind. The water starts to steam, and a skin of moisture covers the mirror up above. You are watching intently as words form. "Please return the mirrors. We miss watching you sleep at night." The Woman in the Oven. During the summer of 1983, in a quiet town near Minneapolis, Minnesota, the charred body of a woman was found inside the kitchen stove of a small farmhouse. A video camera was also found at the scene, standing on a tripod, pointing at the oven. No tape was found inside the camera at the time. Although the scene was originally labeled a homicide by police, an unmarked VHS tape was later discovered at the bottom of the farm's well, which had apparently dried up earlier that year. Despite its worn condition and the fact that it contained no audio, police were still able to view the contents of the tape. It depicted a woman recording herself in front of a video camera. seemingly the same one that the police had found in the kitchen. After positioning the camera to include both her and her kitchen stove in its view, she turned on the oven, opened the door, crawled inside, and then closed the door behind her. 8 minutes into the video, the oven could be seen shaking violently. At this point, thick, black smoke emanated for the remaining 45 minutes of video until the batteries in the camera died. It remained in its stationary position. To avoid disturbing the local community, the police never revealed any information about the tape, or even the fact that it was found. Police were also not able to determine who put the tape in the well, or why the height and stature of the woman in the video did not come close to matching the body that they had found in the oven. Last one today, by unknown. In Berlin, after World War II, money was short, supplies were tight, and it seemed like everyone was hungry. At the time, people were telling the tale of a young woman who saw a blind man picking his way through a crowd. The two started to talk. The man asked her for a favor. Could she deliver the letter to the address in the envelope? Well, it was on her way home, so she agreed. She started out to deliver the message when she turned around to see if there was anything else the blind man needed. But she spotted him hurrying through the crowd without his smoked glasses or white cane. She went to the police, who raided the address on the envelope, where they found heaps of human flesh for sale. And what was in the envelope? This is the last one I am sending you today. Sarah O'Bannon, by unknown. Coffins used to be built with holes in them, attached to 6 feet of copper tubing and a bell. The tubing would allow air for victims buried under the mistaken impression they were dead. In a certain small town, Harold, the local gravedigger, upon hearing a bell one night, went to see if it was children pretending to be spirits. Sometimes it was also the wind. This time, however, it was neither. A voice blew from below and begged and pleaded to be unburied. "Are you Sarah O'Bannon?" Harold asked. "Yes," the muffled voice asserted. "You were born on September 17th, 1827? "Yes." "The gravestone here says you died on February 20th, 1857. "No, I'm alive. It was a mistake. Dig me up, set me free." "Sorry about this, ma'am," Harold said, stepping on the bell to silence it, and plugging up the copper tube with dirt. "But it's August. Whatever you are down there, you sure as hell ain't alive no more. And you ain't coming up." Mother's Call, by unknown. A young girl is playing in her bedroom when she hears her mother call to her from the kitchen, so she runs downstairs to meet her. As she's running through the hallway, the door to the cupboard under the stairs opens, and a hand reaches out and pulls her in. It's her mother. She whispers to her child, "Don't go in the kitchen. I heard it too." The Man in the Snow. You're home alone, and you hear on the news about the profile of a murderer who was on the loose. You look out, sliding glass doors to your backyard, and notice a man standing out in the snow. He fits the profile of the murderer exactly, and he's smiling at you. You gulp, picking up the phone to your right and dialing 911. You look back out the glass as you press the phone to your ear and notice he is much closer to you now. You drop the phone in shock. There are no footprints in the snow. It's his reflection.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, check out one of the recommended ones on the screen. Also, if you feel like it, please like, subscribe, and share this video so that I can grow my channel and create even better content for you guys. If you want to stay updated with my latest stuff, check out my socials in the description. My Reddit and Twitter are where you can read the news on my latest work. I'll see you guys next time. Stay safe, and more importantly, keep traveling down the dark path.